Hey, welcome to another video. Third video in the series of doing league mechanics I don't normally do or block. This time, we're looking at Blight, specifically Blighted and Blight-Ravaged maps. My first impression is that regular Blighted maps are very chill and honestly kind of boring. There were many sections where I could just basically stand still and the map would complete itself. Which for some people that's great. Listen to music, watch streams, Netflix, all on the side, while making some currency endgame. I definitely watch some YouTube on the side while doing these maps. Of course, that's probably due to the fact I'm not using teal oils, which are used to speed up the encounter, and instead went for crimson oils, which are just used to get lucky chests for cheap. Another thing I liked about Blighted maps is that you can basically use it as a break in the middle of another strategy. Since the Atlas tree doesn't affect your maps, although I'm pretty sure I heard some nodes work and some don't, but it doesn't really say on the wiki, so I can't say for 100% certain. Sextants don't affect your map and neither do scarabs. So you can just buy a bunch of Blight maps on the trade website, buy some oils if you don't have any, slap some fragments in the device and run them. No need to worry about respecing your Atlas, going to buy these sextants and scarabs and all that. While I'm not going to go in depth on how to do these Blighted maps, I will just say, as a simplification of the strat, make sure you anoint your rings with Meteor Towers create burning ground and Chilling Towers freeze. Make sure you empower Seismic and Ice Towers in choke points to permastun, and then drop a Meteor Tower nearby for DPS. Okay, we're gonna go straight into the mapping showcase. Here is a tier 16 Blighted map. Can't really mess with any of the options here. 4 sacrifice fragments. Usually just immediately start the encounter. I will look for these choke points, so it looks like right here. These maps usually get to a point where you could literally just AFK and complete the map. Here's another choke point right here, so we just go ahead and drop both the crowd control towers, a single DPS tower, and that should be that whole lane.
Blight is trying to spread. It's branching, exile! It's put out new mycelium!
Yep, and I could probably just AFK like right here as long as a new path doesn't come out the south side of this.
Blight is trying to spread.
We can just sit here, watch show on the side, which I have been doing during this entire project. It's actually pretty chill. I just wish the encounter wasn't exactly 5 minutes without having to gimp the outdoor rewards by anointing different oil onto these maps. So it's just not activating. So we could probably roll Seismic and Ice here.
It's launching, exile. Blight is trying to spread.
And yeah, the Fireball Tower and all the CC towers is just enough DPS to kill basically everything on the map. As long as you're in range of all the towers and you don't turn them off on accident, you really shouldn't be failing most of the Blight map encounters. Of course, you can get really bad RNG and your tower placement's just horrible. Like the location that the game gives you for towers is just super whack, but for the most part, you should be able to point out a few choke points, throw some CC towers down, Once you get to about the 20-second mark, you can actually just start killing everything, just cleaning it out, because some lanes will end quicker than the actual timer allotment, so like so. So the faster you clear everything out, the faster you get done with the encounter. You're just gonna go down the lanes that are have yellow dots, and that is the encounter. Very easy, very laid back, super chill. The bulk of your profit with Blighted maps are of course going to be the oils, but are also stack decks. In 60 Blighted maps, I got 543. Also, Ravaged Blight maps sell for about 30C each, and I got about 28. So that's a large bulk of your profit, but I'm just going to end up running them in the second half of this video. I did about 10 maps in less than an hour and a half, so it took me about 9 hours to run everything. Aside from that, I spent 3 divines to get the 60 Blighted maps, and about 150 chaos for all the crimson oils used on the maps. Again, excellence doesn't add the map price, so adding that into the equation, we have a profit of about 36 divines. Divided over 9 hours, and it's about 4 divines an hour. You could probably hit higher profits if you actually use teal oils instead of triple crimson like I did, but I actually don't know the exact most profitable spread on Blighted maps. Now moving on to Blight-Ravaged maps, which are basically the harder version that you can put 9 oils onto the map instead of just 3. I ran into a few videos by D&B Savage while I was doing my Blighted maps. If there's anything you should know about PoE videos, is that if they have a spreadsheet as the thumbnail, they know what they're talking about. So I just yoinked the strategy. 1 golden oil, 3 silver oils, 2 opalescent oils, and 3 teal oils, along with rolling every map to be at least 40% increased item rarity, while still avoiding bad map mods, like cannot be stunned, damage reflect, monsters cannot have their action speed decreased, and avoid elemental ailments. Now, of course, with this strategy, you are investing quite a bit into every map. The Blight-Ravaged maps are 30C by themselves. It's about 55 chaos for a golden oil, 75 chaos for 3 silvers, and about 16 chaos for the opalescents. The teals don't cost that much, less than a C. For a grand total of 176 chaos invested per map. I did 30 Blight-Ravaged maps for an investment of about 24 divines. Now there won't be a mapping showcase because I do them exactly like I did the regular Blighted maps, just build ice and stun towers everywhere backed up with an empower tower, and maybe a meteor tower if I have the extra points. It's just that easy. Here's a look at the loot from 30 Blight-Ravaged maps. Note here, I actually failed 2 of them. I got maybe a third of the chests I was supposed to get on both those failed maps, which felt pretty bad. Taking a look at the Excellence tab, you'll see that we have a profit about 9,850 chaos. Of course, Excellence doesn't add maps, so after adding those in, we're going to come out to a total profit of 10,700 chaos, which translates to about 48.6 divines. Our net profit comes out to be 24 divines, and if you have a build that is actually built to do these Blight-Ravaged maps, like D&B Savage, you might be able to do 10 Blight-Ravaged maps an hour. My build, on the other hand, doesn't kill these Blight-Ravaged uniques quick enough to actually take advantage of the 3 teal oils I put on the map. If you were able to do 10 maps in an hour, you could get more than 8 divines an hour, because I had 7 raw exalt drops versus the only 1 divine drop, and they're supposed to be the same rarity. So even if I was a little bit luckier and got a 50-50 spread, that would bring your divines an hour up a ton. With my build, I made about 5 divines an hour. Again, the main profit driver in these maps are going to be the stacked decks. 825 stacked decks and 30 Blight-Ravaged maps is a ton. And now that I have all these stacked decks, maybe I'll make a stacked deck opening video in the future. So, as a conclusion, I highly recommend Blight. Blighted maps are super chill, laid back, and are a decent profit without actually having to do much in terms of moving and killing mobs. Blight-Ravaged maps, on the other hand, are a fun challenge, albeit pretty frustrating when tower placement RNG is not in your favor, and can be insanely profitable if you play a build that is built to kill the insanely tanky uniques and actually take advantage of the teal oils like my build probably wasn't. My main gripe with the mechanic is that the towers will actually turn off, or basically not work, if you are too far away from them, about 2 screens. This makes certain layouts super annoying, as you'll be forced to sit in between a stack of towers to the north and a stack of towers to the south, and if you try to actually kill mobs to the north or the south, you could be getting too far away from your other stack of towers and turn them off, which could lead to a situation that's almost certain failure if a unique leaks. I get that they need to turn off in regular maps or else it would kill performance, but in actual Blighted maps, I wish they wouldn't turn it off. It's super annoying. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I currently have a poll in my community tab asking you guys what my next mapping project and video should be on, so go in there and vote. At the time of this video, Incursion is currently winning and Metamorph is trailing by a little bit. If you like this video, maybe you'll like the other 2 videos I've done in this style going over Delve and Ritual. I'd also like to shout out DNB Savage once again for the amazing Blight-Ravaged map science videos he creates. Please go check him out. He'll be in the description down below. I'm currently working towards partnership, so it'll be greatly appreciated if you could take the time to like, comment, and most importantly subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks!